Live from her home in Easley, South Carolina, is the JoJo Cool Football Pick Show Week 3. Here's your host and star of the show, JoJo Cool, and her co-host, Outlaw Jimmy James.
Welcome, audience, to the show. Welcome our guest picker, David Garrett, also known as Super Dave of Life FM. Go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit.
Well, thanks for letting me come over, guys. I appreciate you letting me be here. I am Super Dave. I'm the Life FM. Got a show on 28 radio stations, the lifefm.com. You can pick it out. There's an app there, or you can listen online. And just love for you to join me sometime. I try to be an encourager, so check it out. But I like to do college football too as well.
I have listened to that show many times, Super Dave, and I enjoy it. For you folks who love real good gospel music, that is the station to listen to. How long have you been doing that now?
5 years.
5 years. I was thinking about 5, 6 years. So he's really doing well, and I guarantee if you listen to it, you'll really enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
So this past week, JoJo Cool went 96% correction on her picks. The female phenom has added again. The week before she was 100%, so she's not very happy. She dropped down a little bit, but still, you're doing much better than the pros at it. You're doing much better than the people who are so-called experts at it. You're doing a fantastic job. I'm telling you right now, it's unbelievable. I looked up and did 92% along with our Georgia fan last week, J.C. Gray, Jonas Gray, but 96% is unbelievable. What do you think about that, Super Dave?
It's pretty good. You probably would have been close to 100%, but just like everybody else, Clemson let you down, right?
Well, they did disappoint a little bit, didn't they? But we're still Tiger fans, true and true.
That's
Yes,
right.
people are going to ask me about this shirt. I am a Clemson fan, but I do wear other college team shirts if the fans out there want me to do it. I've had fans all over the country ask me to wear shirts. Last week I wore Oregon. First week I wore Clemson. Now it's San Jose State. Now if you want me to wear your shirt,
Fresno State.
Fresno State. What did I say?
San Jose State.
I'm sorry, Fresno State. I got one from San Jose State calling me, and I got to mix up, but it is Fresno State, and I promise you, I'm not drinking. So if you want to wear your college shirt, except for Carolina, we'll figure out something for them. South Carolina, that is. I'll wear your shirt.
If you want to sponsor the show, like $100 or something, they might wear a South Carolina shirt for you.
Possibly, yeah. We'll get into a little bit sponsorship a little bit later on in the show too. But Miss JoJo Cool, last week, where were we?
Last week was a crazy week. The first full week of college football. We had our first overtime game in the Boston College game. We had 2 upsets with TCU and Clemson. We had our first ranked loss with Florida State and LSU. We had our first throat grab with the
North Carolina coach.
What's his name again?
Frank Beamer and Mac Brown.
Mac Brown, yep. Mac Brown.
Shane
Shane
Beamer.
Beamer.
Yeah.
Could have figured out a better way to get his attention, but you went with that. We had our first mayonnaise bath. First guy eating mayonnaise.
So we had a lot going on.
A lot of stuff.
But tell them where we were Saturday night, JoJo Cool, and how that turned out too.
At the Georgia Tech Louisville game.
And that was a pretty good game. The Georgia Tech had every chance in the world to win it.
Blew a 15-point
Lead,
lead.
sure did. But I'm going to tell you, I don't normally say anything bad about fans, but those Louisville fans were horrible. So don't send me one of your shirts. I'm not going to wear it. But they were horrible.
I would. I don't care.
They were horrible. But we're having all kinds of fun with the show. And I tell you what, it's getting more exciting and more exciting every single day. And we're going to have more and more guest speakers, right, JoJo Cool, for the show. We're working on those. We're going to have Super Dave back with us some more. And I hope he enjoys it tonight. And I hope a lot of his fans will tune into the show as well.
We'll see how good I do if I want to come back or not.
Okay, Miss JoJo Cool, you want to jump right into the picks and let's get it going?
Well, let's talk about first
All right. This is your
Oklahoma.
show. All right, this is your show. Let's talk about Oklahoma.
That put up 77 points. Do you think it's a fluke or is Oklahoma back?
Well, I think Oklahoma is back. I don't think they're going to put 77 points up on teams a little bit stronger than who they played. But they're going to put some points up, and they got a great defense. What do you think?
They got a good offense. It's a lot better than it was last year. It looks like they won't score that many points, but I think they'll be a lot better. Probably be a top 25 team most of the year, I think.
I believe so as well. I really do.
I think it's a team we need to keep an eye on.
I do too, Judge, and I really do.
What do you think about the Pac-12 winning all their opening games?
I think they're trying to prove something. I really do. But with them dismantling the Pac-12, I think they're trying to prove something. I think they should stay together. I like the expansion, but you're getting rid of good conferences like the old Southwest Conference years ago, like I said before, and now the Pac-12.
You got some strong quarterbacks in the Pac-12, and then you had Shea Sanders and what they did, what Colorado did last week. It's interesting. It's gonna be wild. I mean, even DJ Uyunglele looked like a different quarterback.
Oh, he did.
Like he lost about 40 pounds, and he was a lot more accurate. It wasn't a good team to play, but they got a lot of good teams that can do a lot. I think this year the Pac-12 will be in the playoffs, and they're probably got a chance to make some noise. So.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make some noise.
I also picked like 2 of the Pac-12 teams to be in the playoff.
Yeah, that's good.
I think they are going to go out with a bang.
You picked Utah and Southern Cal. Yeah, so I tell you, our Georgia fan didn't like that pick at all. But you know,
I'm not counting on you. I still Southern Cal's defense still makes me wonder about them, but Utah, I think Utah's got a really good chance to be.
yeah, I mean they won big over their opponent in Florida with the second string and third string quarterback. So what's that tell you? Get the first string in, it's gonna be tough. And JoJo Cool, you got anything else you want to talk about? I like the throat grab thing about North Carolina. I don't think he meant any harm by it, folks. I think he's just trying to get his attention, and that's the first place he grabbed. But if it had been me, I would have choke slammed him like some of the wrestlers do. But you want to get into these picks right fast?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's go with number 1 Georgia against Ball State.
I think Georgia has a good chance of winning. Hopefully they won't struggle like they did against
Hey, you're
UT Martin.
Yeah.
I promise she's not drinking. She's tired from the jet lag from coming back from that game. I got Georgia winning big over Ball State. Who you got?
Yeah, I got Georgia. I don't think I have any problems.
All right, the Wolverines of Michigan and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Michigan.
I got Michigan winning big again this week.
Yeah, give me Michigan.
All right, JoJo Cool. Alabama against number 11 Texas. That is going to be game day. It's going to be tough.
I got Alabama winning by at least 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Wow. Okay, I got Alabama winning by 14, but that's strong right there.
Not impressed by Texas so far, and playing in Alabama, I don't think Alabama have any trouble. I think Alabama will beat them.
Agreed. All right, JoJo Cool. Florida State, number 4 against Southern Miss.
I think Travis had a really good game against LSU, and so did Florida State overall. I think Florida State's definitely going to win that one in an easy game.
I think Florida State takes it easy as well.
Yeah, Florida State, they're going to be trouble for everybody this year.
I think so. Okay, JoJo, number 5, Ohio State, Youngstown State.
Ohio State.
Ohio State big as well.
Same here.
Okay, this one I got checked because I think it's going to be closer than what most people think. Number 6, Southern Cal against Stanford.
You know, I've always got Southern Cal's back.
Southern Cal, I picked them as well, but I think it's going to be a close game. I think
Yeah.
Stanford's going to leave a good part of the game, and Southern Cal comes back and wins it.
Where's that game at? Is it at Stanford? Or
I think it is.
Probably be close if it's at Stanford, but I still think Southern Cal takes it.
Okay, JoJo, number 7, Penn State against Delaware, the Blue Hens.
Penn State.
Penn State big as well.
Penn State.
All right, this is another one that can be close. The Washington Huskies against Tulsa.
Washington.
I got Washington with at least 17 points over Tulsa.
Yeah, give me Washington.
All right, Super Dave, JoJo Cool. Number 9, Tennessee and Austin Peay.
I think Tennessee's going to win big.
Tennessee will destroy Austin Peay. I hate to say it, Austin Peay fans, but they will get destroyed.
Yeah, Tennessee. Do you know what Austin Peay's rally cry is?
What's that?
Let's go P. No lie. That's honest truth, I promise.
Well, I guess I'm an Austin Peay fan every night when I go to sleep. I have to. All right, then we got number 10, Notre Dame against NC State.
Notre Dame, they've been looking really strong. So I'm going with Notre Dame.
Well, that's another close one, I think. I think NC State's going to play them tough for a little while, but Notre Dame will pull it away.
Yeah, I'd like to pick NC State, but I don't think that. I mean, at home it'll be close, but I think Notre Dame wins in the end.
All right, now let's go to some of our tougher games that's going to be, that we didn't put in with the top 10. But number 20, Ole Miss against number 24, Tulane. That's going to be a tough one.
Ole Miss by a touchdown.
I got Ole Miss by at least 6 points.
I got some insider information on Ole Miss. One of my friends, Coach Cam Aiken, is on that staff now, and he's told us that they have the best team in the West.
Wow.
So we'll see, but I got Ole Miss beating Tulane.
All right. And now our Clemson Tigers, who dropped from number 9 to number 25 in AP poll, they're going to take on Charleston Southern.
I think they're going to struggle a little bit, but I do think Clemson is going to win by a little bit.
I think Clemson, after that loss, they are in a rebuilding year. A lot of people don't realize that they're in a rebuilding year. The line is not as strong as they have been in the past, but these guys are getting better. They're going to get better each week. That was a tough loss, or a tough loss on chin for them. They got Charleston Southern. They might struggle the first quarter, but after that, I think Clemson finds the oil for their machine, and they're going to roll big on Charleston Southern.
Gonna have to lean on that run game a lot more. I still don't think we have the wide receivers to stretch the field, and I don't think we're gonna really can get over the middle of the field when you can't get separation. So I think Clemson's gonna, like you say, struggle the first half, but I think they'll find it. And I think they'll win with no problem.
There you go. All right, JoJo. Number 22, Colorado and Nebraska.
I like what Colorado did. They did surprise everybody last week. Because no one picked Colorado, but I'm still going to pick Nebraska because they got some surprising things to do.
Oh, okay. I think it's going to be a tough game. I really do. But I think Deion's got those guys playing some good football. And I think Colorado will win, at least by 13.
On one hand, you got Colorado. I mean, I don't care if they played an FCS team. They look good. No penalties. They look like they played together for a long time. And you got Nebraska. That's, even with a new coach, they still figure out a way to lose games. So I think Colorado is going to beat Nebraska.
There you go. All right, JoJo, number 23, Texas A&M and the Miami Hurricanes.
I think Texas A&M is not a very good team in the SEC to begin with. I think they're at the lower end of that. So I like Miami. Miami is also at the very bottom of the ACC, so I think it's going to be like a really tough game between both of them, but I'm going to pick Miami.
I think it's going to be a tough one too, and I think Texas A&M pulls it out barely.
I'm with you. I mean, both of these teams are like, everybody's like, Miami's back, Texas A&M's back. They're going to be supposed to be contenders, and which one of them's going to really show up? So I think Texas A&M in a close one.
Okay, and then we've got number 17, North Carolina and Appalachian State. This is going to be closer than what most people think. Appalachian State is a giant killer. Who you got, Judy?
I like what North Carolina did last week. I think North Carolina can pull it out this week.
I think they'll beat them too, but I think it's going to be tougher than what a lot of people think.
I think North Carolina and Florida State are probably the class at ACC right now. I think North Carolina will take them pretty good.
All right, here's another one that folks are going to be interested in. It's going to be a close one. South Carolina Gamecocks and the Furman Paladins.
I think South Carolina had some issues last week. They got some offensive line issues that got exposed last week. Spencer Rattler was on his back a lot, and I think Furman's going to take this one
Oh, good.
for once this year.
Well, Furman has been known to beat Carolina a lot, and I think it's going to be close. But I think the Gamecocks are a little bit too strong, and I think they will bounce back and win it just barely.
I'd love to pick Furman in this game, but I think it's really going to be closer than people would think it's going to be. But I think South Carolina will pull that out. Yeah.
Okay, we got a brain battle here. Wake Forest and the Vanderbilt Commodores.
I like Wake Forest in this one, but I think it's going to be a really close game, and I think they're going to win by like a touchdown or two.
I like the Wake Forest as well. It is going to be tough. It's the SEC and the ACC always battles each other tough usually. And I do think Wake Forest will pull this one out.
Yeah, give me Wake Forest on that one too.
Okay, next we got Florida against McNeese State. Florida needs to bounce back bad.
They do. I don't have a lot of hope for Florida this year, but I do think this is one of the games, one of the very few games that they will win.
Yeah, I think they'll beat McNeese State, but I think McNeese State's going to give them all they can handle, and Florida's they're going to struggle this year. They're going to have a hard time this year as well.
Yeah, they're going to have a rough season, but they'll take this one.
All right, up next we got Purdue and Virginia Tech.
I'm going to take Virginia Tech. I think they're a little bit stronger than Purdue.
That's one of those toss-up ones that I'm not real familiar with either one of them this year. Big Ten's kind of stronger this year, but I'm going to take Virginia Tech in a close one.
Purdue looks like they lost a little bit when they lost their head coach to Louisville. And Virginia Tech's looking a little better than they did last year, just that first game, so I'm going to take Virginia Tech too.
All right, and the last one for today is Utah and Baylor.
I like Utah. I'm pretty sure that game is on the road. We're still a little bit iffy on Cam Rising, but their backups did really well. So I'm going with Utah. They're my baby right now. I'm going with Utah.
I agree. I mean, they beat Florida with second string and third string quarterbacks. Beat them pretty good too, so I'm going to pick Utah over Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor struggled. They lost to Wyoming this week, so I think Utah. I don't think I have any problem.
I agree. All right, that's our picks for this week, JoJo. You got anything you want to say to the audience or Super Dave or anybody before we go?
I think that's about it.
How about you, Super Dave? Got anything you want to announce?
No, I appreciate y'all letting me come, letting me be here, and I'd love to do it again sometime.
Also, would like to announce that any of you folks who would like to do your advertising for your business, any organization that you got, we are doing advertising throughout the season. $10 for the entire football season. You pay that, we'll have your announcements every single week we do a show. That's not bad. $10 for 17 weeks or something like that. So that's not bad. So for JoJo Cool, Super Dave, myself, Outlaw Jimmy James, I'd like to thank you for showing up and watching the show.